Approaching Mobile, Alabama, along the coast, a monumental shape dominates the landscape from miles away. Moored majestically within Mobile Bay, the battleship USS Alabama, BB-60, has a commanding presence, an edifice so large and imposing, it seems more like an enormous floating steel mountain than a human creation. Much like the Death Star from Star Wars, the Alabama was purpose-designed to project overwhelming and irresistible power. The USS Alabama bristles with an intimidating array of weaponry. 9 16-inch guns, arranged in 3 heavily armored turrets, dominate the deck space. These formidable cannons could launch a high-explosive shell weighing as much as a small car over a distance of 23 miles and land it within a 150-yard circle. A single round was powerful enough to create a crater 50 feet wide and 20 feet deep, or to clear a helicopter landing zone in a dense jungle with one shot. Supplementing the main battery were 25-inch guns mounted in 10 twin turrets, which could engage both surface and air targets. For dedicated anti-aircraft defense, the ship was initially equipped with half a dozen quad-mounted 40mm Bofors cannons and 35 20mm Oerlikon cannons. By the war's end, this anti-aircraft arsenal was increased to 12 quad 40mm mounts. While its offensive capability was immense, the Alabama was also designed to absorb incredible punishment. The ship's primary armored belt was comprised of over a foot of hardened steel, and the deck featured 6 inches of steel plating. The main turret faces were an astonishing 18 inches thick, while the conning tower sported 16-inch armored casemates, ensuring the ship could take nearly as much as it could give. The sheer scale of the Alabama is breathtaking. At 680 feet long, more than 2 football fields, and 108 feet wide, the battleship displaced 44,519 tons when fully outfitted for war. Despite this massive weight, the ship was a veritable track star in its prime. Powered by 4 massive 130,000 horsepower General Electric steam turbines, the Alabama could reach a top speed of 27.5 knots, about 32 miles per hour. This armored monster, weighing more than an entire neighborhood, could exceed the speed limit on most suburban streets. At a cruising speed of 15 knots, it had a range of 15,000 miles. The USS Alabama is a product of the United States' unparalleled manufacturing might during World War II. The nation's shipyards began ramping up production of capital ships in 1940, ultimately fielding an incredible 105 aircraft carriers and 25 battleships during the war. The keel for the Alabama was laid on February 1, 1940, and she was commissioned just 6 months later. Her first operational deployment was in the North Atlantic, defending convoys bound for the Soviet Union. On August 25, 1943, the Alabama transited the Panama Canal to join the fight against the Japanese in the Pacific. For the remainder of the war, the battleship provided devastating fire support for MacArthur's island-hopping campaign, participating in all major campaigns and ending the conflict in Tokyo Bay. Over her career, she shot down 22 enemy aircraft and fired 1,252 massive 16-inch rounds at Japanese shore targets. Remarkably, the Alabama did not suffer any significant damage from enemy action. The closest the ship came to disaster was on December 17, 1944, when it was caught in Typhoon Cobra. This violent tropical cyclone sank 3 destroyers in its battle group and caused the massive battleship to roll as much as 30 degrees. Today, the USS Alabama serves as the centerpiece of a sprawling park, displayed alongside the World War II vintage submarine USS Drum and dozens of armored vehicles and combat aircraft, including a B-52 Stratofortress and the CIA's A-12, a precursor to the SR-71 Blackbird. Visitors can take self-guided tours that lead through the enormous vessel, from the armored bridge and combat information center to the massive engine rooms and main gun turrets. Exploring the ship reveals that it was a self-contained floating city, with berthing for 2,500 sailors and Marines, a surgical suite, a post office, a machine shop, and extensive mess and laundry facilities. While the scale is awe-inspiring, The interior spaces also feel undeniably claustrophobic, a stark reminder of the harsh conditions sailors endured. The Battleship Park regularly hosts community events, from car shows to Boy Scout sleepovers, allowing new generations to explore the historic warship. Battleships like the USS Alabama were the prestige weapons of their time, symbols of a nation's industrial capacity and technical prowess. Very few countries could afford to build and support them. That the United States fielded 25 of these armored monsters during a brief period is a testament to its industrial might. Exploring the USS Alabama today offers a tangible connection to that history and a powerful reminder of what made America a master of the seas.